Alrighty, let's put up the video. I kind of want to play a Cave Explorer video, but I don't want to get into trouble looking at them because I will just straight up call at a video. What are you doing, you dumbass? Don't do that shit. You know? That's what I would say instantly as soon as I saw that stuff. So I don't think it's a good idea. Probably
Dogma
not.
2 was perhaps my most anticipated game of 2024. Just at the start of the year, I sat down with the first game and its
I
subsequent
kind of,
expansion,
for me personally, I kind of like the pawn system. Like, I mean, the companion system.
Dragon's
You
Dogma
know?
Dark Arisen, and I actually
It's
finished
super
it
fun.
twice. Now,
You
the
can
first
customize
Dragon's
them
Dogma
too.
is a very interesting game
Good
because it
game.
uses some very non
Good concept.
traditional philosophies, such as the general lack of being able to fast travel everywhere, and it doesn't hold your hand at all, letting you explore the world on your own and learn the mechanics of the game through just simply playing the game. However, for as much charm as DD1 had, it was absolutely lacking in certain areas. Areas that I was hoping
Oh,
its successor
please.
would
You
improve
just looked
upon,
at the
and in a
walkthrough. Come
way,
on.
it did. In other ways, it didn't. And so today I want to sit down and look at the things that DD2 did right, what it missed the mark on, what's in store for the future, and so on. You could say that this video is sort of a critique.
Can't wait for the next 5 years, so eventually they will remove the fucking demo that PC shit has, so it can play at more than 30 FPS on a PC. Jesus Christ. Demo kind of ruined
But
this
that
game
might
pretty
give
hard.
the idea that I'll be objectively correct at all times, which I probably won't be even if I try to be, so do take this video for what it is, a long nitpicky video with my own opinions you may or may not agree with. Also, this
Game
video is
kind of
going to
looks
be
good.
filled with spoilers, especially towards the end, so just have that in mind if you haven't finished the game yet.
Yeah, I don't care.
First of all, I think it only prudent to mention the launch controversy back when DD2 released,
Game
the
surprisingly looks good.
microtransaction debacle. To give some context to the
Ooh.
situation, Hideaki Itsuno, the director leading the development of the game, had famously stated in an interview with IGN that travel is boring? That's not true. It's only an issue because your game is boring. All you have to do is make travel fun. Unfortunately, this statement has been used on many occasions to
Is
drag
that a
on Mr.
mod or are you
Itsuno, and
running
while
around
it
with
can be
your
pretty funny to
underwear?
meme on lead figures in the gaming industry from time to time, I think it's important to bring his entire quote into context because his statement was actually longer. That's why you place things in the right direction for players to discover, or come up with enemy appearance methods that create different experiences each time, or force the players into blind situations where
The only game I ever played where fast travel is kind of bad or just traveling around the world is fun is probably Dark Souls 1. And that game is not even an open world game. Or, here's a good idea. If you want to make people just to explore the world, not fast traveling, give us a freaking flying mode. Jesus Christ, it's so simple. Like, people never figure this out at all. It's so fun to fly around the open world, dude. Like, if you give me a flying mode, I won't fly around most of the
they don't
time.
know whether it's
You know?
safe or not 10 meters in front of them. In any case, the first part of
It sucks to explore this world in a
the
floor.
quote
Like, it's
had
just
an
not
unfortunate
fun.
effect on the
It,
launch of the
it, it
game,
would be fun
as
for the
when
first
launch
two
day
hours,
arrived,
and then it gets
Capcom
tedious.
elected to add various items to the
You
DLC
guys
store.
flying
Among
mode,
these
let's
items
go!
being port crystals, which are items you can place in game that allowed you to instantly teleport to the location whenever you
Is this a mod or a costume we can get? Like, what is
use
doing with this
fairy
game?
stones. Now, yes, you can find all the port crystals you need by
Why
just
does he look
playing
like
the
that?
game, but many players found it distasteful of Itsuno to essentially throw shade at other games that uses unrestricted fast traveling, yet still allows for fast travel in its own game, with the addition of adding paid
Yeah,
DLC for the sake of convenience. Now, the issue
double
of
standard
Itsuno's
bullshit right
statement
there.
is twofold, because the idea of travel being fun in DD2 isn't
Man, I
necessarily
gotta play
always
this
the
game
case,
sometime.
but we'll get to that in a moment. In any case, as I've now played through the game twice, I'd say that I'm willing to look past the slight oopsie from Capcom and Itsuno. However, I've got a lot to say about Dragon's Dogma 2, both good and Itsuno.
Yeah, I
However,
think he totally modded the shit out of this game. Look at If you see what I'm seeing, you know this is not in default game.
I've got a lot to
Watch
say
this.
about Dragon's Dogma 2, both good and bad. So
Yeah, I think it's totally
let's get into it.
modern.
Yeah.
No
Firstly, I
shot.
think the game opens really well. The foreshadowing of your Arisen's true position in the world and your subsequent capture and forced servitude lays the foundation for a pretty interesting plot.
Yeah, so basically we are a zombie that has a boner for a dragon.
You
That's pretty much
escape
it.
and find yourself on the back of a griffin, and
You're
soon
welcome.
enough, you're trekking cross country on your way to the capital, Fernworth. And I think the game does a great job of teaching you the basics and then serving the world to you on a silver platter. This means that, just like with the first game, DD2 has very little hand-holding and it trusts the player to find their own way in the world. And you know what? I appreciate when games do this. Just like
Man,
with
can I
Breath
just
of the
react to
Wild,
this video
Tears of the
without getting
Kingdom,
into
and
trouble?
Elden
Jesus
Ring,
Christ.
exploring and finding your way
Calm
around the
down with your
world on your
mods.
own terms gives
Jesus.
you a type of feeling that not many games can provide, and I absolutely adore this with DD2. Exploration is also made easier with your pawns, so
There's
the fact
something
that there
that
are
actually
abilities
makes you
that
look
allow
like
you
a
to launch
functional
your
human
pawn
being in the
for
society.
yourself,
Jesus
like with the
Christ.
catapult launch, is such a cool detail that is just so distinctively unique to Dragon's Dogma. More on that later, by the way. And this brings us to the pawns, our friendly custom-made men and
I have one question. If you drop into the water, you are just dead, right? And then some kind of alien just comes out and then kills you? How the hell you are drinking that? You don't drink water in this game at all? What kind of logic is that? I don't
along the way.
understand.
And this brings us to the pawns, our friendly custom-made men and women of servitude. Now, pawns are really the main custom-made
Yeah, I know where they ripped this off from. It's from freaking Jesus. Jesus kind of shows his hand like this.
men and women of servitude. Now,
What a
pawns
knockoff
are
that one
really
off.
the main mechanic that makes Dragon's Dogma stand out as a franchise. Instead of having other players join you, you instead have
Yo, that's
companions
so
that are
cool.
sort of
I
meant
love
to
this.
replicate a co-op
What do you got?
experience.
Man,
And
she
for the
looks
most
nice.
part, I really enjoy the pawns in Dragon's Dogma 2 because, you see, pawns aren't like
Look at what character he's creating. Dude is creating Geralt. Geralt, because even he knows it's a better character. And it's a better game.
regular
GG.
NPCs. Actually, they are programmed to learn from your behavior. So if you use certain tactics against specific enemy types, your pawn will actually learn and replicate your behavior, both successfully
Really?
and unsuccessfully.
Yo, this looks cool. I want to play this game. Look at the
Learn and
scene.
replicate your behavior, both
Look at the scene. Yo, get me this game. I want to play this game. Like, you can just scale off the wall like
successfully
this? This is
and
badass. Look at this.
unsuccessfully. In combat, it
This is what the Elden Ring is
replicate
supposed
your
to be, dude.
behavior, both
Like, you just go walk and traverse through like a bridge, and then there is a castle. And then the castle, like, it has a very complex system. And then you just explore every bit of it. You know, having fun.
successfully and unsuccessfully. In combat, it's usually the former, and
But what Elden Ring did was pretty much, as soon as you reach the gate, there is a massive middle finger for you that just don't watch you for the next 30 minutes. You know exactly who I am talking about. You know? Unless you die to the horse guy. That is another
both
one.
successfully and unsuccessfully.